So let me start straight away with the introduction and to say something which is the starting point of our discussion. As Muslims and as believers, what we think is that Islam is a universal religion. صالح لكل زمان وكل مكان, meaning by this that what we think is that what is revealed to the Prophet ﷺ, peace be upon him, was a religion which is the last religion for mankind. This is what the Muslims believe, and this is something which is the starting point of our understanding. And if it's the last message, this is a universal message. Having said that, and having said it in a very clear way, there is something which is also quite clear, that we have to be cautious when we say things that are clear, not with clarity to add confusions or to include or to mix this with confusion. Why am I saying this? If you listen or you read sociologists today, they are saying that as we travel around the world, we see so many types of Muslims that at the end we should conclude that there is not only one Islam, but Islams. And some of the Muslims, by the way, they acknowledge this, say yes, there are many Islams. And I would say that if the message of Islam is universal, if our religion is universal, there is only one Islam. One Islam, and what you are saying about the thawabit and the principles, they are immutable principles when it comes to al-aqidah, the creed, when it comes to worship, the 6 pillars of Islam. Wherever you are in the world, we all believe in the same principles. These are the universal principles. But it's not because there is a universal message around which we all agree, and these are the immutable principles and even the obligations and the prohibitions, what is known by the scholars and the classical scholars, al-ma'lum min ad-din bid-darura, known as being the imperative of our religion. It's not because the universality is based on the unity of our religion that we should confuse this unity with a rejection of diversity. Because we agree on the fundamentals, we straight away accept the fact that we disagree on the second issues and what we call the furu, the secondary issues. Our commitment to unite on the principles is also a commitment to accept our divergences as to the secondary issues. This goes with that. So universality doesn't mean unity and uniformity, it means unity accepting diversity. And the universality is something which is quite important here, is that it is universal because it is inclusive with diversity to the secondary issues, while with a heart of common principles. This is something which is the starting point of our discussion as Muslims. This is the universality of Islam, meaning that from the very beginning we accepted that there are different views on furu, on secondary issues, and even in the interpretation of al-mutaghayyirat, which what is going to change. Second thing which is quite important, so this is universality in space. But there is also universality in time. So for some Muslims, be careful, because we are relying on some principles that are not changeable, they are immutable, we tend to reduce the universal dimension of Islam to what is immutable, which is wrong. What is immutable is here to let us understand that there are things to be changed with the time, because with time, challenges are changing. It means that the universality of Islam is to understand that our tradition is not a static tradition. In the name of the universality of the immutable, we should understand that we will have changeable. So one goes with the other. So anyone who is coming to you telling you that the Islamic tradition is static and that we have to come back to the literal meaning of the beginning, you should understand that there will never be a tradition which is a static tradition. Traditions, by definition, are moving. And then the faithfulness to the universality of the immutable principles is to add to the immutable principles implementations that are going to change. Put in simple words, no faithfulness without evolution in time. So, universality in space and universality in time. So this is the starting point of our زمان ومكان صالح لكل زمان ومكان means الزمان, it's time, المكان is the space. So what we are saying is that we need these two understandings here, which is important.